Codex Alimentarius Commission actually came into existence in 1962 by the joint venture of FAO and WHO, and they actually provided a set of guidelines, regulations, or standards that are internationally accepted. The purpose is to protect consumer health and harmonize fair trade internationally. The composition is simple and briefly explained that one chairperson and three vice chairs and six regional coordinators. Regional coordinators are in Asia, Africa, Latin America and Caribbean, North America and Southwest, Near East and Europe. And the responsibility of the regional coordinator is to identify the problems and needs of the region and to coordinate all activities occurring in regarding the food safety. Codex committees are designed in every aspect of that is related to food that has an influence in safety of the consumer and which can help in harmonizing trade internationally. So the first Codex committee is food hygiene. This committee prepares standards, hygiene standards like a good hygiene practices and to maintain the hygiene in manufacture or processing area, distribution, every of every sale point, every contact area till it reaches the consumer. The Committee on the Food Additives, they set the maximum levels of the food additives and provide individual specification of food additives. Committee on pesticide residues, they actually set maximum limits a presence in a food which can be raw, processed, and semi-processed, which is intended for human consumption. They actually also make a risk assessment of on the impact of these pesticide residues. The Committee on Contaminants in Food, they actually provide the practices, a code of practice to prevent the contaminants in foods, and if somehow the contaminants are present, they also give the maximum levels which are acceptable in the international trade so that they can foster the import or exports of the product. The Committee on Nutrition and Foods for Special Dietary Use, they actually prepare standards or provide guidelines for the special foods which claims nutrition or which provide the health claims which will treat some disease like the calcium supplements, and they also provide a framework for the labeling of such products. Committee on Food Labeling, they provide a set of practice or a set of framework on which all the factors which should be present on the label of a food are present, like the name of the food, its trademark, its brand name, and the pictorial uh, written or the printed form of the details of the storage, its expiry dates, and the uh, lot identification number in the manufactured area. So these all actually provided by the Codex. And then the Committee on General Principles, they actually provide the all the ethical procedures or the working procedures that should be present the desired environment. The Committee on Import and Export, the inspection and certification, they provide guidelines for official controls, like how to inspect the product if either it is importing or exporting. For example, if mango is exporting from Pakistan to Europe or Gulf countries, then that countries actually demand that the mango should be heat treated vapor heat treated, then they can accept the consignment. So it actually guideline from the government of countries in order to import a product. Committee also provides certification in order to import or export the product. And then Codex Committee on Veterinary Drugs Residues. They work with JACFA to decide the maximum residual limits of the veterinary drugs, like in the meat products. The Codex Committee on Foods and Oil, Fats and Oils. They actually give what should be the composition of specific fats or oil products, and what should be the limits of the trans fat. Because trans fat is a major concern in every product in which oil and fat are added, because their melting point is 44 degree, but the temperature in a human body is 37 degree. So it is impossible for our body to melt this fat. So the Codex Committee provide the guidelines on contaminants present in fats and oils. Codex Committee on Fresh Fruits and Vegetables. They provide the quality standards and marketing specification that should be followed in order to prepare a product which involve fruits and vegetables. It could be like ketchup or the products which are sold fresh from the market. Codex Committee on Meat Hygiene, they actually provide standards for the slaughtering area, or how to perform slaughtering, and how to do processing of the meat, and how to maintain the hygiene in the manufacturing area. The Codex Committee on Methods of Analysis and Sampling, they provide validated analytical methods and protocols for the sampling, because the sampling is the first step in order to perform the analysis, either it is even a moisture analysis. If the sampling is not done as per protocols, then there is a chance of the occurrence of the errors, and it will affect the precision and accuracy of the results.